Phasmophobia just released a new hotfix called Truck Overhaul. This just puts in one new thing, changes obviously a lot with the hotfix, and also fixes them as well. The one new thing that they've added is ghost footsteps now have different sounds depending on what the ghost is walking on, similar to players. So if you're walking on, if for some reason they're outside, if they're walking on concrete, you're going to hear concrete, or if you hear it in the garage, carpet, wood, stuff like that. So that's going to be a little bit easier to track where exactly it's located. And any other thing, you would have to see it. Maybe if it walks and then opens up a door, who knows? It'll be easier for you to do. The changes, they updated the Diogen weakness description. I don't know what confusion there was at all. I didn't have any confusion. I knew what the weakness was. Maybe it could walk slow, but it could find you and kill you wherever you were. I don't know where that confusion came from, but apparently there was some, so they updated it. They reduced the volume of the truck footstep sounds. Yeah, that was very, very loud. In order to hear the ghost, you're going to have your volume up a certain degree, and now they lowered it, so now when you have your volume up to hear the ghost, you won't get your ears blown out by just walking in the van. They improved the rate the ghost footstep sounds play. I'm guessing that means they just improved the volume of their footsteps and how often you can hear it, and not only hear it when there's salt or anything on the ground. Or they improved the load times. Now I don't know if anybody's noticed this. I know after I played a couple games after this hotfix, I didn't realize or notice any load times that were different than before. So I don't know what they improved on. I don't know if it was specific to VR or it's just not going to affect anything. I don't really know how they did that, but they adjusted how the Thays weakness works. This obviously was a struggle to a lot of people, and this is something a lot of people predicted anyways. The Thays weakness, if you don't know what that ghost weakness is it decays over time, so it's going to get older and slower as you progress in the game or in the house or whatever it's haunted in. This didn't seem to work because a lot of times it would be Thay, but I would have to try to convince myself, well, no, it can't be Thay because it hasn't slowed down at all. It just has kept hunting. So thankfully they fixed that. Hopefully you can see that change. I haven't been so lucky to get a Thay lately, so I don't really know how that's been working. So hopefully they have it so that if you're in it for at least 20 minutes maybe, hopefully they just bring it to that you can then realize, wow, this ghost hasn't hunted for a while. There's still only one person in at a time, stuff like that. Now the stuff they fixed is that they will now answer questions correctly. Like, I am guessing this is spirit box related, or a Ouija board related, that if you ask a question, it's going to answer it. I know when they first came out with the game, you had the spirit box. You would ask how old it is, and it would say adult. I don't know what this is saying now. So I don't know what exactly they fixed with that. I mean, if you experience this issue, it's now fixed. So you can now open the new ghost type pages in VR. So if you're in VR, if you couldn't see the new ghost, now you can. So apparently that was an issue for people in VR. The Diogen speed changes are now smoother. And the only two experiences I've had with the Diogen is when it dashed at me from a basement, and when it was an old lady from the basement, but she never gained speed. So I mean, I don't know. One was really scary, the other one wasn't. So I guess it makes sense because it's fast in one instance and it didn't seem to slow down, and the other one was just slow all the way through. So if you have your next experience with a Diogen, hopefully it's smoother and better. The ghost footsteps will no longer play when the ghost isn't moving, including the hunt grace period. So this really just makes common sense. I mean, if you have a hunt grace period, the modes I play, they don't have a hunt grace period. Well, I don't think so. I know Nightmare doesn't. I don't know about Professional. But if a ghost isn't moving and doesn't make any footsteps, that makes sense. The only thing that I would have to question is why doors open and you don't hear any footsteps. I mean, last time I played after this hotfix, I don't know what ghost it was, but it opened up a bunch of doors, like very, very, very active. You cannot hear footsteps. So I don't know what they mean by this. I don't know if it can still open doors but not move. That doesn't really make sense to me. I mean, because when it hunts and you're dead and you see it move, and anything it passes through or what door it goes to, it opens it up. nor have I seen anything like that or heard anything like that. Non-VR players will no longer accidentally light nearby smudge sticks when holding a candle or a lighter. I got blamed for this because I did this before and they thought I purposely lit them. I didn't think this was a bug. I thought I somehow accidentally lit them up. Even though they weren't close to the candle I was lighting, they were the farthest ones away from it, so it didn't make sense. But this is really good because I accidentally did this. I lit two at the same time somehow while trying to light a candle. And it didn't make sense because it wasn't next to it. So hopefully, if you had this problem and it was a huge problem for you for some reason, then this is now fixed. They fixed the missing characters on the tutorial TV screen for non-English languages. So if you don't speak English, this is obviously an issue for you. If you have the non-English language, they fixed the missing characters on the TV screen. So I don't know what tutorial TV screen they're talking about, but if you had that issue, it's now fixed. And they fixed an issue where some Steam names were being renamed to reserved name. I didn't see that at all, even through the random people I played with through the Discord. So I don't know what this is from, but apparently anything that somebody had an issue with, it is now fixed in this new truck overhaul hotfix. I hope you enjoyed that short video explaining the hotfix that happened to Phasmophobia called the truck overhaul. It fixed a few things. Some of them I haven't noticed at all yet. Some of them I have noticed. But overall, just whatever you think of this hotfix after you've played over it, let people know. Let me know if you've experienced any of these changes, like the loading change. I still have not experienced that. I do not think my internet's that bad. So I don't know what's wrong with it. I load great on anything else except for Phasmophobia, and it seems to be barely fixed. I don't understand it. But if you find a difference in any of these fixes or changes I've mentioned, please feel free to look at anything else on my channel, Phasmophobia related or Warframe related. As I'm trying to spread more content, I started off with Warframe and GTA, and now go into Phasmophobia as well. So if you like seeing this type of content or want to see more of the funnier videos on Phasmophobia, you can click the playlist to the right with shorts explaining the latest update besides this hotfix, and then two other videos of funny videos that I've made on Phasmophobia. And to the left will be the most recent video I've made, which is a Warframe video, and in the middle will be the subscribe button. Thank you so much for all the support I've been getting. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.